Hi guys. So today we're going to look at some cryptocurrencies, and the main goal for this video is to um, show you where I think will be the different cycle tops for each coin. So, for example, for Bitcoin, the last cycle top was at 70,000, and before that 20,000. And now I am going to try to show you where I think the top will be for this cycle. And what I think for Bitcoin is that we're going to have like um, an extended fifth wave. Even if the third one is extended, I think the fifth wave will be two. And that's totally possible to have two extensions in the same impulse. It's written in the nature's law of Elliott wave. I mean Elliott himself. So nothing strange with that. It's not just as current as just having one, but it happens. And if we look at the target for this, then when you have a fifth wave extension, it's that the fifth wave should be quite equal in length to 1, 2, 3. So, or yeah, the bottom to the third wave top. And so that brings us around 230. And yeah, if you take a little bit less of a target where you have like the 1 to 3 waves being 61.8% of the entire impulse, you will instead be just around 200,000, maybe just a little bit under. But what is interesting in this case is that what if you have like a regular uh, impulse target of the previous impulse, which is like equal in length? I mean, it could happen, and by that I mean that the move here represents 100% of the move in a logarithmic scale as the previous one. That will bring us around 330 or 20. It will bring us around also the uh, resistance line top here, and this one also for the impulse. So this level is quite clearly a huge resistance point. And so this is like the ultimate max level I think it could go to. But I will just aim for 200,000, and unless I have like a really clear direction in the short term that it will go higher than that. But yeah, this box zone is for me like the normal target where I think Bitcoin will end the cycle this time. And yeah, if we look on the closer time frames, you will see the waves. Why I have placed them exactly like that, and I've shown that in other videos also. But yeah, basically, I think that yeah, we are in the third wave of the fifth, so we have like at least the fourth and the fifth left. So when the third will be over, it will be much easier for us to aim for a perfect top, or almost perfect. If we take a look at Ethereum right now, so basically it was hard to chart this one first, but I found some interesting things, and I'm going to show you that right now. So basically, in the early days of Ethereum, I think it made quite clearly some kind of impulsive move here, and with 5 waves, and then ending around 1,500, something like that. Then we had the second wave retracement, but it put us all back to like 100 or even below, like 80 something. And now I think we have something a little bit stranger because we have been staying on the same horizontal price for a very long time. I mean, it's even like it was even close to like this previous cycle top, back in 2018. So why have we been like stuck into the same price zone horizontally so long? And there is only like one clear shape or structure that give us this kind of price action, and it's a triangle, to be honest. It could be like a complex correction also, but horizontal, but triangle is the most like natural form of a horizontal um, corrective pattern that just takes a lot of time and accumulates a lot of volume to then make a majestic breakout on the upper uh, or the downward side. But yeah, so in this case, I think that we had an entire third wave here, and not as in Bitcoin when you have third, the fourth, and the fifth like that. You have third being this entire move, and we have been still in the fourth wave in this case. That's how I see the difference. I mean, it could be wrong, but I find this kind of pattern quite logical. And if we go by that, that means that we shouldn't break out yet. We should have like one last pullback after we reach like 4,200 or something like that, or 4,100. Then we should have like a pullback back to maybe 2,500. We don't need to go that low even, but the point is that if it breaks out already now, then this count will be invalid um, because we should have like one more to complete the triangle. So yeah, so basically, what we should expect for a target this time would be um, that the last wave that breaks this triangle, so the fifth wave, should be equal in length, at least equal in length as the biggest span of the triangle. And the biggest span of the a triangle in this case is the A wave. So if you take the A wave's length here and you put it out from the end of the triangle, which is the end of the E wave, um, then you come by to like 14,000. And 14,000 for me is like a really realistic target and quite conservative, to be honest, because it's Ethereum. Ethereum, like in last cycle, it went from less than 100 to 4,000. It's more than 40x. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, it could go to 20,000 without any hesitation. It would still be like a good place to hold to if we look at the lower time frames, how that will develop. That will give us more clues, of course. But yeah, in the like the craziest phase, we could reach 40,000, and that would be that would let Ethereum basically do the same price action move as last cycle. So because it would be almost a 40x too, because it went down to like 1,000. So from 1,000 to 40,000, there's 40x. So yeah, basically what I think about Ethereum. So some at least 14,000, I think, and uh, it could go quite higher than that. Cardano. So Cardano has been doing something else. Yeah, so there are some cryptocurrencies that are doing a shape like that, and what they're doing basically is like it looks like a huge leading diagonal. It's quite weird, but it's quite clear also. So here you have the first impulse, really steep one, and like a lot of meme coins look alike, you know. And then a really deep pullback, almost all the way down, and another impulse, quite clearly an impulse also, breaking the top here, not by so much to be honest. I mean, the previous top was 1.3, and the new top was then after that like 3. So I guess we will not break the previous top this time either by so much. So I have the target of 5.4, something like that. In the best scenario, it will go to 8.5 or 8 to reach like this resistance line. But I will not wait for that unless it's very clear in the lower time frame that we will reach it. Um, the main target for me would be this target, this 5.4, and it's basically equal to 61.8% of the previous move, this move. So now we're clearly in the third wave, and third wave should end around like 2.3, then a bit of retracement, and then continuation. Now let's take a look at Binance. So Binance is showing a very clear pattern to me. 1, 2, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 on the lower time frame of the third wave on the bigger time frame. And it should like just clearly be so that we should reach the 1618 target for the end of this cycle, for third wave being 1618 times the first one. And we made a nice triangle breakout to do this last wave. So the target for this cycle will be 2340, something like that. And now we're doing the third wave, by the way, this move. Dogecoin. So Dogecoin, this one is a bit like, I mean, there is a great potential, but are you like, it's a great risk too. And I will explain this a little bit more. So basically, what I think we had was the 1, 2, 3, 4 wave here with the lower time frame waves that you can see here. But we broke out from a triangle here also, and broke out, bounced back on it, and now we are on the third wave, quite strongly upwards, which I think will end around the previous all-time high. Then we should stall a little bit for a fourth wave, and then pick back up again. So if we take the same targets as we did before, if you remember right, is that we take the largest span of the triangle and we put that on the breakout on the end of the E wave here. So the largest span is clearly the A wave here also. And it ends around, it puts us around like 1.13 as a target. So that will be the first target to absolutely reach. But we can see, like, if you look at like the previous cycles, Dogecoin has like broken quite firmly and strongly far above the previous sun each time. Like previous here was like not 0.0021, and here 0.02, so 10x. Then here 0.8 or something like that. So you see there are like huge breakouts. So the maximum like crazy level would be on this top line, $20. I don't think at all it will reach that. I think the absolute max for this cycle would be instead like $6. But yeah, I'm going to sell like almost all of it around 1.13 and keep some to maybe reach 6.1 or $6. We'll see on the lower time frames also what they say. And then I have like Solana. So Solana is quite interesting. It has been a great trade this cycle, and it has been doing on quite nice impulse the previous cycle. Then pulled back to the 61.8% retracement, so very classic. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth wave bouncing on the channel that is formed by the first and the second wave, also super classic. And also the fourth wave being very horizontal and long in time, whereas the second wave made like quite a deep retracement here, to be honest. So everything is going by the books on this um, product. So I don't know why it shouldn't like end by the books too. And by that, it will be the end of the impulse should be equal. I mean, the entire impulse should be equal in length to at least the same length as the previous one on the log scale, at least, man. So the 100% extension target make us reach 2000. So of course, I mean, if it goes like only here, it's 1.5. It will be quite similar if you look at the entire perspective. But yeah, around here, around the 2000 price target, I think will be a really. I think this is where it will end this cycle, to be honest. And so yeah, then there is this interesting stock that I've been showing quite um, not a long time ago on Twitter or X, sorry. And so basically, it's Neo. Neo made a huge impulse previously. It has been stuck in a triangle, and hopefully now it will break out actually, because it looks like it ended the E wave now, so it should make a break, maybe bounce on it back again after that, and continuing upwards. And the breakout should be at least the same length as the previous breakouts, so making us reach 350 at least. It could go to 980 also, which is like the C wave being equal to 61.8% of A wave. I don't think it will reach the 100% target goal because it will be crazy in price. But yeah, somewhere into this box, I think is a very possible outcome. Then yeah, it was XRP. XRP did something similar, but has already started to break out. So you have the huge impulse here, fourth wave, triangle, breakout, and the 100% represent the largest span here. So it should let go to like $12 without any problems. So yeah, I think that was all. I can just quickly show you the Litecoin target. Litecoin, I think, is going to break at next cycle. I think it will be still in this triangle like XRP has been, but to the next one. Thank you, and I will update this quite soon again.